Cecil Frances Alexander, the wife of the Reverend William Alexander, Archbishop of Armagh, was determined to make Bible study interesting to children. In no instance was she more successful than when she put together verses that told the Christmas story in children's terms. Her poem tells how Jesus came down from heaven, was born of Mary, a maiden, and how he as a child is the pattern for other children, yet still the Lord in heaven. It was published in 1848 and rapidly became a favorite of children at all seasons of the year. The music for the poem was composed by Henry J. Gauntlet soon after the words appeared. He was a musical prodigy who had been a church organist at 9 years of age and who, by the end of his life, had written 10,000 hymn tunes. None of them is more renowned than this one, created for children and loved by young and old, the narrative carol, Once in Royal David City.
Once in Royal David City stood a lowly cattle shed, where a mother laid her baby in a manger for his bed. Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ, her little child.
He came down to earth from heaven, who is God and Lord of all, and his shelter was a stable, and his cradle was a stall. With the poor and mean and lonely, lived on earth our Savior holy. And our eyes at last shall see him through his own redeeming love. For that child so dear and gentle is our Lord in heaven above. And here is his children on to the place where he is gone. Angels from the realms of glory, bring your flight o'er all the earth. He who sang creation's story, now proclaim Messiah's birth. Come and worship, worship Christ the newborn King.
Both the writer and the composer of this soaring hymn knew dark tribulation. James Montgomery, the writer, was put in prison, and Henry Smart, the composer, was blind. Yet together they have given us a hymn which shines with a strong visual power and whose music rings with joy. James Montgomery's missionary parents left him in a monastic boarding school when he was 6 and sailed to the West Indies, never to return. The child was shunted about, failed in school, ran off to London, and after many setbacks found a job on a radical newspaper in Sheffield. He became editor of the paper, and on 2 different occasions was sent to jail for his outspoken opinions. However, this didn't stop Montgomery from producing 400 hymns, which ranks him with Wesley and Watts in contributing to the music of the church. Montgomery published Angels from the Realms of Glory in his journal in 1816. Henry Smart did not compose the melody until 1867, 51 years later. Since he was blind at the time, he had to dictate the notes. The verses give us 4 distinct pictures of angels, shepherds, sages, and saints. It is one of the most expressive and forceful hymns ever written. A century later, we are still singing this wonderful carol, as people will be doing in years to come when the glory of our Savior's birth is remembered at Christmas.